Now to remove the brakes on a Honda, you first got to take the little cover off the back here, and that is a hex 9mm bolt. To take the rest of the bracket off, you got two bolts, one on top, one on bottom, and those are 17mm. Again, counterclockwise, you remove them and it removes this. Now, brake pads just drop right on in here. The one with the little butterfly goes on the back side, on the inside. So just copy what you took off. The outer one, same thing. Just drops in, and they're just sitting there just like that. Wanted to touch up on this Honda Accord e-brake. You can't just compress it like you would normally brakes with a clamp. Now, you might be saying, how do I do that? You can rent these at your auto parts store, and the way it works is these have a little magnet and this little tab. You have different size for different vehicles. They go into these little indentations right there. Once you find the right size, put this tab through the back here. Screw this back up so it puts pressure here. This puts pressure on the back to push in while turning the piston. You can see as I turn it, the piston slowly turns and it's going in. Now it's only going to go so far. Oh, gotta adjust this. I retighten this as I go. Make sure these tabs are on the little holes, and the piston just goes in. Now, that's as far as it goes. Just gently with a clamp, compress it the rest of the way. And now you can put it back on and continue on as you would a normal brake job. Now that we've compressed the piston here and, well, screwed it in and then compressed it, we're gonna put it back on here. And then bolt it, put the caps back on, and we're good to go. Main caliper goes in a little snug because now you got new pads. Okay, back on track. I always start by hand before I use any tools. Don't want to strip anything out. All right, everything's tight. Don't forget your little caps. And that's it. We'll put the little spring back on and we'll call it quits. All right, guys, front brakes are even easier. There's nothing like e-brakes or anything like that. It's just like a normal brake job. Same tools that you used in the rear. You'll remove the caps, loosen the hex screw, which is a 7mm, and then a 17mm bolt for the actual bracket. There's two bolts for this one, two bolts for that one. And like I said, just remove the cap and you're good to go. Just like on the rear, you want to make sure all the way back, like so it doesn't interfere, and do that to the other side as well. The front brakes, just like the rear brakes, have this retaining clip spring. This one's a little different than the rear, but essentially the same thing. You pop it out, the whole thing comes out, and then you can remove all this. Just when you're prying it, put your hand in front, make sure it doesn't pop out and hit you in the face or other areas. Now the other difference is the pads here. This one is actually kind of glued on here, and you'll have to tap it out or just pry it out. Whereas this one has a little spring. And again, pay attention to where the indicator tab is at and how it goes on here. But essentially, this pulls right on out. Like so. So you see the clips that hold that on. And amazingly, the front ones are in good shape. My experience in the past has been the front pads are what wears out first, and the rears last longer. In this car, the back wore out first. I just tapped them out with a hammer a little bit to get my pry tool in there, and you can get those off. Now, just like in the rear, you have a piston you're going to have to push in because they were out. Even though these were not worn out as bad, it still needs to be pushed in so that it'll fit over the new pads. In the rear, as you saw, we had the e-brake, so they had to screw it in and then push. Whereas this one, no e-brake, no electronic motors, you just push the piston back in. What we're going to do is we're going to use the pad that we just took off from this side, put it there, and just clamp and push it in. Be careful not to damage anything in the back. And here you can see the setup. We've already pushed it all the way in. This is as far as it goes. So we're good to go, and clean some things off, grease them up, and put them back on. We are going to change the rotor as well. And once you're done, don't forget, you got to pump the brakes a few times before you put it in drive because the pads have not adjusted yet. Also, cycle your parking brake on and off. Pump your brakes. See, it went all the way to the floor, and now they're coming up. The pads are adjusting and getting tighter. Also, in my case, a few times doesn't hurt. And now you should be set to go. And that's it, guys. Otherwise, it's a normal brake job, other than that e-brake situation.